Unseen It. Unseen Radio. You're listening to Bedge Music Review Corner on Unseen Radio.
Hello everybody, I'm back. They let me back for a second show, so obviously I did something right. We're here with Bedge Music's Review Corner with myself, Ben Edge. Today we've got 3 more guests reviewing 3 more tracks. We've got Duncan Bisatt, is that correct?
Yeah.
From the NN Gallery. We've got Pete Greaves, aka Persona 1600.
Hi there.
And Jamie Macefield from the All New Adventures of Us / TANAOU.
Hiya.
This is the first song they're going to be giving their opinion on today. It's by Jordan Herbert. It's called Price of Living.
I'm starting to sweat it just a little bit. Game over, nah, I ain't giving in. I was once told that the sky's where the limit is. Report to the restroom, I'm pissing it. I like to think that we're different. Harley and Jordan, something like Rizzle kicks. H, drop the beat, let me fit in. I wanna hear you scream when I'm finishing, to scream when I'm finishing. Spitting on a rhythm, I don't give myself a minute till I'm dribbling. It makes no odds if I'm losing or winning it. So hold the moment you dream to be living in. Making a million or scraping a living. I'm blatantly cold, have patience but no. Just waiting to go to release and unleash the rage in my soul. I'm first class, first lane, where you go. Cheat the game if you must. I ain't taking the toll, I ain't faking it, bro. And I ain't even on movements, I'm taking it slow. So I'ma start a day in my phone, and this time next year I'm making me. Spitting on a rhythm, I don't give myself a minute till I'm dribbling. It makes no odds if I'm losing or winning it. So hold the moment you dream to be living in. Making a million or scraping a living. My mama making a million. My mama making a million. Scraping a living. Scraping a living. Spitting on a rhythm, I don't give myself a minute till I'm dribbling. It makes no odds if I'm losing or winning it. So hold the moment you dream to be living in. Making a million or scraping a living.
Yeah, short but sweet. That was Jordan Herbert with The Price of Living from his anniversary EP featuring his guitarist Harley Joe Arnold. So, should we start with Duncan? What were your thoughts on Jordan Herbert?
I'll be able to be entirely honest and say it's not the sort of stuff that I would normally listen to, but anyone who knows me will know that. It was quite, uplifting. I thought it was, a nice bit of fun. I'd probably, as I say, it's that sort of, and I don't even know how to describe it because I'm too old. But that sort of music isn't really my scene because I kind of like more melodic stuff, which is probably, down to my age, I expect.
But still a fan?
It was nicely done. It's nice to have some acoustic guitar on there. That sort of mixture of the sort of electronic beats and the acoustic guitar. I like that. It was a nice bit of fun.
Pete.
Yeah, I agree. Really, it was a nice bouncy little track. It's short. But it's straight to the point. It was very nice. I enjoyed the beat as well. I thought it was along the similar kind of lines as sort of Rizzle Kicks or someone like that, a bit sort of bouncy, a bit kind of street, a bit, I don't know how to put it.
They do make reference to the fact that they're both called Jordan and Harley, and the Rizzle Kicks guys are both called Jordan and Harley as well.
Oh, well, there we go.
So,
that's
spooky.
That's kind of the only thing it reminded me of, really, of current music. I could have drawn some other comparisons, but I enjoyed it, to be honest. I wouldn't necessarily say that I would go out and listen to that normally, but it was a very enjoyable track.
Yep, and Jamie.
I'm going to disagree with Duncan in the whole it not be a melodic thing, because to me it was like supreme radio pop. It was cool. It sounded like if Jamie T had never listened to a Billy Bragg record and didn't have any sort of agenda other than to get on Radio 1. But it was what it was. It was cool. Sounds like they work in a clothes shop that sells £70 T-shirts and wanted to get on the radio. It's fine though.
Good way to put it. So, should we go for the scores out of 10? Duncan?
I'd probably give it 7.
Pete?
I think 7 as well.
7, and from Jamie?
From whose perspective?
From
selling records or from making me feel something?
your opinion.
I mean, I can still feel the drugs, so I'm going to probably dumb down. I'll give it 5, just, sit in the middle on the fence. Try not to get it up my backside.
Do you want to just explain that those are prescription drugs for a legitimate purpose?
Yeah, I got hit by a motorbike, so it's not heroin.
Right, well, moving on to the second track. It's a little bit different. It's a Daventry artist this time. He goes by the name of Lew Bear. This is Your Love Is Like a Sunny Day.
From the moment I saw you, knew you didn't have a clue about the effect you have on me. And I feel so weak at the knee. As we share all life's cares, let's grow old in rocking chairs. 'Cause your love is like a sunny day. Your love is like a sunny day. You're like a sunny day.
Hello, if you've just joined us, you're listening to Bedge Music's Review Corner here on UnseeNN Radio with me, your host, Bedge. That was Lew Bear, taken from his Down by the Riverside album, recorded completely al fresco, out in nature in various parks and by streams and the like. Everything that you hear is completely natural, there's no overdubs or mixdowns on the whole thing, and there's all birds and rivers and nice tweety stuff. Pete, should we start with you on this?
Oh dear.
That's never a good start.
No, it's just difficult to say. It's definitely not the kind of thing I would normally listen to, although that doesn't matter in this case, because I've still got to give an opinion on it. It sort of made me think of a camera panning out at the end of like a gritty BBC One drama or something, like where everybody had been affected by it. and there was a bit of sort of emotion at the end. It was a pleasant little track, but it's sort of it feels more like sort of background music to something else for me, and it isn't something I'd go out and listen to, but it's definitely it sounded heartfelt and a nice piece of songwriting, and I don't want to be too critical about it, frankly, but it was not my kind of thing.
Right. Do you like the idea of doing an album completely outdoors?
I do tend to add a bit of background noise to the things I make to make it sound a bit more analogue or, affected by noise, not too perfect and crisp and digital. So that definitely appealed. To be honest, it was quite a good idea.
And Jamie?
I think there's a big difference between Bjork sticking mic leads together and going doing a vocal take in the sea than some dude singing a song that maybe only his girlfriend should have ever heard.
You sure this isn't the drugs talking?
It could have absolutely be the drugs talking. I don't know. I'd want to be, supportive of people playing guitar and writing songs and all this stuff. But I can't figure out whether there was any irony in it in terms of, was it because it was miserable, but it was a happy song, I think, lyrically. And I wasn't sure if there was like a sort of Eels Lucky Day in Hell irony to the whole thing, or whether he seems pretty miserable about the fact that he's happy. I mean, some people, a lot of people in the world would not, wouldn't knock that. They'd probably just go take the kids to Alton Towers, not write sad songs about how happy you are.
Yeah, some happy songs on the album.
It was fine.
It's not always what you want to hear people saying about your music. Duncan, you know Lew.
Yeah, I'll admit this now. I know Lew. I've known him for a while, so I shall be entirely honest about it. And I've watched the development of his album on his Facebook pages actually, and I think it is quite a good idea. He bought a condenser mic, and he went out and sat by riversides and under canal bridges and things and recorded everything live. And it, it's quite a brave thing to do. He was slightly delayed by the weather this year, I think. I kind of agree with Jamie that there was a bit of an issue for me with the song, that the tune and the lyrics seem to be going in different directions.
Well, the guitar sounded like Rav McTell, like sort of Streets of London sad, like flat picking. And he it's just really happy. It's a happy song of mine. I'm a bit confused by it because acoustically, I listen to like Leonard Cohen, Townes Van Sant. If someone says some sad music, I want to be punched in the chest and heartbroken by it because it's supposed to affect me, and I'm just confused.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably I'd like to listen to some more of Lew's album, but I think that one is probably not one that I could really get into because it does feel like say lyrically, it's going in the wrong direction for the music. Probably, both parts of it are good by themselves, but together they don't really work for me. Sorry, Lew.
Right, I can't imagine we're going to be getting 8s or 9s on this one.
I'm never going to be playing at one of his open mics again, am I?
Pete?
I'll give it a 4.
I'll give it a 5 again.
I'll go 6 because I don't want Lew to hit me. He's quite a big bloke.
Is he? 7.
He doesn't ride a motorbike though. You're all right.
It's fine.
It wasn't him.
That gives him an average of 5 out of 10. Which, isn't bad. Right, this is the third and final track of the night. It's by an electronic acoustic producer, I believe, by the name of Jimmy. This is featuring Velvet Engine. It's called Something That Matters.
His name's just Jimmy.
That's what he calls
himself. That is a Google nightmare.
I know, it's difficult to identify.
If you could spell it with 3 M's.
Well, maybe the intention is not to be found.
Maybe.
Here you go, marketing tips. You get marketing tips here.
Like Richie from the Manics, who's probably playing in a tribute band in Swansea.
Under the name of Jimmy.
miles away from town. It's raining heavily right now, and I can't see no signs to help me out. There's water in my eyes, but my mind is all dried out. It's a hollow world and a shallow sea. I'll follow till I find something that matters to me. I've a hollow soul, walk a scary street. I'll follow till I find something that matters to me. They say it's spring, but where's all the singing? Birds in the trees, and flowers at your feet. No, I can't see no signs to help me out. There's water in my eyes, but my mind is all dried out. It's a hollow world and a shallow sea. I'll follow till I find something that matters to me. I've a hollow soul, walk a scary street. I'll follow till I find something that matters to me, to me.
No, I can't see no signs to help me out. There's water in my eyes, but my mind is all dried out.
It's a hollow world and a shallow sea. I'll follow till I find something that matters to me. I've a hollow soul, walk a scary street. I'll follow till I find something that matters to me. It's a hollow world and a shallow sea. I'll follow till I find something that matters to me. I've a hollow soul, walk a scary street. I'll follow till I find something that matters to me, to me.
Okay, that was by Jimmy. If you want to listen to more of his stuff, it's soundcloud.com/Jimmy Official, not to be confused with all those unofficial Jimmys out there. Featuring Velvet Engine, who's actually usually quite a sort of acoustic, fluttery sort of woman. So, bit of a departure from her usual sound, bit of an adventure. That song was called Something That Matters. But Jamie, did you think it did matter?
I thought it was cool. It's my favourite one of the three so far. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like a dubstep track, but it was, the beats were all buried. So it's like if someone from Ninja, like a Ninja Tune artist or like Anti-Con artist had made a dubstep track and it was really weirdly lo-fi, because it's a pop song. It sounds like it should be produced for radio, but it kind of benefited it that the beat was buried and stuff. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Duncan.
Yeah, I liked the song. I thought there was some quite nice lyrical touches in it. There was one, was it like eyes are full of tears, but my mind's all dried out. I like that. There was a nice little couplet there. I'd take issue with Jamie on the production. I would like to have actually heard it in a more perhaps pop production where you could hear the drums, perhaps with a bit less reverb, because it did feel to me like it was rather drenched in reverb. And I don't know whether that's partly because I do this sometimes. It's because you feel a little bit uncomfortable with your singing, And I think actually just stripping away some of the reverb on it, making it a bit more instant, a bit more pop would be good. But the song itself I really liked.
I think they're more likely to be fans of like Duntel and the Postal Service than actual pop dubstep producers, though. So I think it was intentional.
Oh, they probably disagree with me heartily. Yeah, I know, but you know, that's kind of like how I would do it.
Yeah, that's Duncan's advice. So listen to that or completely ignore it if you like, Jimmy.
You're probably best ignoring it.
Pete.
This is interesting actually because I don't know him personally, but I did find him quite a few months ago now as a result of a random SoundCloud search for other Northampton artists. I just tend to sort of have a look, see what's going on out there, and I found him
Sniffing out the competition.
Well, yeah, pretty much. And or I wanted to see if there was anybody who I could, talk to or maybe collaborate with or something like that. I listened to some of his other tracks, and he's a really good songwriter, to be honest. So I'm quite glad that he's had some good feedback. So I was thinking, well, I don't know if maybe my taste might be a bit off or something like that. But I think he's a good songwriter. I urge people to go and listen to more of his stuff. And I asked if I could do a remix of one of his other tunes, actually, and he's sent me the bits for it. So that's an as yet unfinished piece of work. So yeah, I'm impressed by him in general. I hadn't heard that track before. My main criticism, I agree with the fact it's a nice track. He's a very good songwriter anyway. The production is something I feel that lets him down slightly because it almost sounds like the bass is completely crushed. So it's sort of hitting a limiter of some sort or something. It sounds very crunchy and very crushed underneath everything else. If it was a bit clearer, I think that would be a definite improvement to his work because his songwriting is very good as it is.
Yes, so should we all get the scores from Jamie out of 10?
Give it a 7, it was cool.
Whoa, more than your usual 5. Duncan.
He almost looked happy with it.
Yeah.
I'll give it 8.
Maybe the drugs are wearing off. 7, 8,
Kicking in.
Yeah, all that. And Pete.
Yes, I'd like to give it an 8 as well.
8 as well. That's not just because you're remixing it.
Absolutely not. It's not that track I'm doing, but yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like, getting anything above a 7, it'd have to be These Days by Jackson Brown or, I mean...
The only song that I get above
You're a tough man to please, aren't you?
That's the argument. But yeah, sorry, carry on. I digress.
That's it. That's all 3 of the songs done. That's the end of the night. Oh, we got to say goodbye. But first, should we ask for your favourite tracks, Duncan?
It was Jimmy. Yep, definitely Jimmy. Sorry, Lew.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jimmy as well.
I'm in agreement.
Jimmy.
I'm avoiding saying I love Jimmy on radio. But, I said it.
Yeah, it's absolutely unanimous, I think. Jimmy here as well.
Unanimous love of Jimmy. Well, I'm afraid that in 3rd place with an average of 5, it was Lew Bear with Your Love Is Like a Sunny Day, the downbeat happy song. Then we had Jordan Herbert with The Price of Living from his anniversary EP. But the unanimous winner, Jimmy featuring Velvet Engine, was Something That Matters. And that is the end of the show. Join us again. We'll be doing this same time, same place next week here on UnseeNN Radio. There's plenty more you can check out, but this has been the Review Corner. You've been listening to me, Bedge Music. Over and out.
You haven't seen it, you've unseen it. UnseeNN Radio. The Lodge Roll-Up. Hear it before it happens on UnseeNN Radio.
Hello and welcome to the second instalment of The Lodge Roll-Up with me, your host, Joe Payne. This is the only place where you can hear it before it happens, and we have 4 very exciting guests this week, all with gigs taking place in Northampton at the weekend. First up performing in the live room of the Lodge recording studios, it's Hana Bushnell with her song Hourglass.
Can't seem to find the place I knew. Drinking on my own, I always do. Smoking cigarettes to pass the time. I wanna find a button and press rewind. And what I can't undo, I'll give it all for you. 'Cause I will. I'd give it all for you. 'Cause I will. I'd give it all for you. 'Cause I will fall through if you ask me to. Can't concentrate, my mind is still. Getting used to being loved by you. I've broken down 1,000 times before, broken down every closed door. Why I can't break through, I'd give it all for you. 'Cause I will. I'd give it all for you. 'Cause I will. I'd give it all for you. 'Cause I will fall through if you ask me to. You're never gonna run, never gonna get anywhere fast when you're looking too hard for the hourglass. You're never gonna run, never gonna get anywhere fast when you're looking too hard for the hourglass. You're never gonna run, never gonna get anywhere fast when you're looking too hard for the hourglass. Give it all for you. 'Cause I will. I'd give it all for you. 'Cause I will. I'd give it all for you. 'Cause I will fall through if you ask me to.
Hana will be performing live at the Charles Bradlaugh on Friday the 12th of July. It's £5 and doors open at 7:30pm. Her support act that night will be Peter Marchant, and he'll be appearing on the Lodge Roll-Up next week ahead of his EP launch at the Labour Club. Next we have a very unique performance. These guys are pretty heavy in full swing, but agreed to do an acoustic performance for the Lodge Roll-Up this week. This is an absolute exclusive, Dead Set Disorder with the cynically titled Blame Culture.
Hell's your burden, you offload it on the world. Suffering's your entertainment, distracts you from your role. But your twisted form cannot escape my eyes. The flesh you wear is only a disguise. Slant so far that we fall from the truth. You are us, pull ourselves to higher ground than you can reach. With every breath we take, we'll make them learn from their mistakes. Rain confusion on the world, point to blame and feel no shame about the hate you have brought. Fly no brakes, no regard for a balanced view. They won't question you, but they'll raise their fists on cue. You stand so far that we fall from the truth. Few of us pull ourselves to higher ground than you can reach. With every breath we take, we'll make them learn from their mistakes. Open your eyes. Open your mind. Open your stride. Just walk away. Open your eyes, open your mind, open your stride, leave this world behind. Open up your mind.
Dead Set Disorder are performing as part of the Knee Deep All Dayer, an event spread across the Penny Whistle and Racehorse on Saturday the 13th. Dead Set Disorder start at 7:50 p.m. on the Penny Whistle stage, in full swing, drums and all. A very heavy experience. A pass for both venues works out at £12 and you get a lot of bands for your money. In fact, there are 19 bands in total. Opening the Racehorse stage at 3:10 is Northampton band Oracle. Here they are performing live for Lodge Roll Up with their song Without City Lights.
Strangers come, manacles and the rider.
And remember, anyone can take part in the Lodge Roll-Up. All you need to do is contact us here at Unseen Radio and tell us when you're performing next in Northampton. We're looking for events taking place in August and September, so if you're a band or solo artist with a gig to plug, visit www.lodgerecording.co.uk/contact/unseen or message us on YouTube, Facebook or Twitter. And we're not only looking for bands, we also want to hear from you if you're a photographer, poet or playwright. Finally, we'll leave you all now with a performance from last year's winner of the Y Factor at the Roadmender. His name is Scott Waters, and you can catch him for free at Tea on the Lawn this Saturday on the racecourse. At 16 years old, Scott is the youngest act to have performed for the Lodge Roll-Up so far. Here he is with his song, Loose Change.
We were meant to be, or so it seemed. But then things changed, not good for me. To begin, I was quite shallow. You weren't my usual type. But then we spoke a few times, and I fell in love on Skype. When I met you in the flesh, my nerves were a mess, but your beautiful ways sent them away. So we spent the rest of the day playing on video games and calling each other names. I'd love to give you everything, but all I've got is this loose change. If I took you out to dinner, you'd have to pay. Maybe we'll be together at the end of the day. I'd love to give you everything, but all I've got is this loose change. This loose change. This loose change. She's way out my league, you see, but she lives quite close to me, so I see her regularly. She makes me smile, you see. She's beauty and brains combined, and I'll love her till the end of time. She's way out my league, but I'm gonna make her mine. 3 weeks later you say I love you, but not in that way. Let's be friends, she said. My eyes went totally red. I poured out my heart, I poured out my soul. The words I love you, babe, must be getting old. I'd love to give you everything, but all I've got is this loose change. If I took you out to dinner, you'd have to pay. Maybe we'll be together at the end of the day. I'd love to give you everything, but all I've got is this loose change. I'd love to give you everything, but all I've got is this loose change. If I took you out to dinner, you'd have to pay. Maybe we'll be together at the end of the day. I'd love to give you everything, but all I've got is this loose change.